Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Now this video is being filmed same day as the disaster video with what was supposed to have been blueberry cheesecake egg rolls. Now if you haven't seen that video, I will link it somewhere up here in a card. Yeah, you'll see it linked up there. I'll link it in the description box too. It was a disaster today, but hey, live and learn. I thought I would film dinner tonight. It's just going to be a mishmash of things that I'll pull out of the freezer, fridge, pantry, whatever I got hanging out in here. Things that need to be eaten up because they've been hanging out in the pantry too long. So let's go. Let's get back in the kitchen and let's see what's for dinner. I'm starting tonight's dinner off with what is considered a convenience item. So don't come at me. I'm using these Tyson restaurant style crispy wings. Now, we have had these before and I liked them pretty well. Keith, however, does not care for anything that is garlic parmesan. And that's what this is. Now, I didn't taste a lot of the garlic parmesan in it. But I like that anyway, so that didn't bother me. So seeing that Keith doesn't really care for these, I try to eat things like this while he's out of town working. And I'm cooking for one. Plus, it's very convenient for me, and I don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. That's a win-win. So I've took my cookie sheet, and I've lined mine with foil just because I want easy cleanup. I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees. And I'm going to place some of these on this pan. Spray them with some cooking spray. And then get them in the oven. Now, which part do you like? Do you like the little drumettes? Or do you like the little wing sections? I like them both. I don't know which one I'm partial to. I just like chicken, so it don't matter to me. Some of these are really small. We're going to go with 7. Excuse the background noise. Samson decided it was a really, really good time to get him a drink of water. Now I'm going to pop these in the oven on the top rack for 10 minutes. But what are you having with it, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to have some of these Brussels sprouts. Now I'm going to cook them in this iron skillet, and I think I'm just going to pop them in the oven, let them roast up in there. So I'm going to pour some in here. Now some of these kind of big, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these in half. First I'm going to cut this end off just like that. Then I'm going to cut them in half. And I might actually wind up cutting them in quarters. I know I should use a cutting board. That's it. I know I should use one, but I'm not. So that's all right. Now I've decided I wanted some onion in there too. So I've sliced me some onion up. Probably about a half. This isn't quite half of a small onion. And I'm probably going to cut me just a little bit more up in here. I think that's enough. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of oil in here. And I'm going to get all that coated in that oil. Now, when I cook my Brussels sprouts like this, whether I cook them in the oven or on top of the stove, doesn't matter to me. I like to call them loaded Brussels sprouts because I've got my onion in there. I've coated it with oil. And now I'm going to add in some bacon bits. Just put however many you want. Now I'm going to season them with a little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper, A little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of onion powder. I'm just going to kind of toss them around with my hand, get them all nice and coated with all the seasoning. Now let's get these in the oven. I took these out after 10 minutes. I flipped them over. I'm putting them back in the oven for another 12 minutes, and then we'll go from there. I think to go with my wings, I'm going to do some mac and cheese. So I have some of the large seashells hanging out in my pantry. They've been opened, so I've used some of them out of it. I've got my water back here, and I've got it turned on high. Now, as soon as this starts boiling, I'm going to put my pasta in, and we'll get this dinner going. I'm going to be using some of this Velveeta cheese sauce for my mac and cheese. This is a 3-pack. I picked it up at Walmart, I think. It's been in the pantry for a while, so we'll take out 1 pouch of this and be using part of 1 pouch. I think that's close enough to a full boil, so we're going to go in with 3/4 of a cup. This is a 1/4 cup measuring cup, so I'm doing 3. Just let that boil till it's done. Now I'm going to use this wing sauce right here. I've never tried this, so if any of you have tried this wing sauce, let me know if you like it. I'll be finding out here very shortly whether I do or not. It's true what they say. Don't go to the store to buy any kind of groceries when you're hungry. I did that, and I spotted this wing sauce and dip and immediately wanted wings. This was sometime last week, so I'm just now getting to it. But this is what I'm going to eat on mine. Now what, I just got these out of the oven, and what I'm wanting to do is put some of this sauce on there and put them back in for a few minutes. Let that sauce cook up on them a little bit. But it's a brand new bottle, and I cannot, for the life of me, get this open. I have twisted and twisted it. It's not budging. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is going to get this open. Has anybody else ever had to resort to channel locks to get something open? This is ridiculous. I'm hoping I can use this to get this open. Let me get something where it won't slip. Put it on that. Oh my goodness. If anybody has any suggestions on how I should have got this open, please leave it below. Now look, it's going to screw back on and act like it didn't give me a hard time. This has just been a boo-boo show around this house today. Nothing going right. That's alright. We're going to keep on keeping on. And I'm going to put some of this on these wings. And I'm going to pop them back in the oven for probably about 5 more minutes. I just want a taste of the sauce on there. That's what I want. Let's put these back in the oven. I think my pasta's ready. We're going to get that drained. I'm also going to check on these Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to call those done. Other than we're going to put a little bit of cheese on these and put them back in the oven. Just my regular cheese. Y'all know what I keep. We're going to throw that back in the oven for probably about 5 more minutes. Now back to my mac and cheese. I know that I could make my own cheese sauce. I've done it before. I actually have it in a video where I've done that before. I could also open some queso and put some queso in it. I think I've done that before too. You can open any kind of jarred cheese sauce and put in there, because that would be extremely good. But I had this in my pantry anyway, and it needs to be used. I do like to cycle through the things that are in my pantry, not just purchase them because they were on a good sale and let them sit there until they go bad. We don't do that here. So I've got it opened. Now we're not going to be using all of this, so the rest of it I will put in the refrigerator. We're going to start with just that much. I'm going to stir it in. I know y'all don't like my spoon on the pot, but it doesn't serve me to use a big spoon like this in a small pot. So it just don't work. So let me get this stirred in and I'll get back with you. Now, because I want mine extra creamy, I'm going to turn this on a low heat, and I'm going to add in just a touch of this heavy whipping cream. And get that stirred in. I've got my loaded Brussels sprouts out of the oven. We're going to set them over here to the side for just a minute. Mac and cheese is nice and creamy. I've got it on low to keep it hot. We're going to check on those wings. Let's get all of this on a plate. There we go. We've got our mac and cheese, our loaded Brussels sprouts, and our hot wings. Let's give it a taste. Okay. Sorry, in my jammers. Real life around here. We're going to give this food a taste test. We've got hot wings, we've got mac and cheese, and we've got some loaded Brussels over here. So we'll start with the loaded Brussels. Now that's Brussels sprouts with onion, bacon bits, and cheese on top. Oops, I lost an onion. It's okay. I still have one on here. Those are good. Oh, I love a good Brussels sprout. I don't like them boiled. If you hand me a boiled Brussels sprout, I'm not even going to touch it. Can't do it. But you cook them on top of the stove or roast them in the oven. They are delicious. Mac and cheese. Who don't like mac and cheese? That's good. Okay. We're going to try one of the wings. Now these are still hot. Like fresh out of the oven hot, so. Oh, that sauce is great. Yeah, that sauce is great. And that's how you eat some wings. I'm gonna go eat. I hope you liked this video. It was just a convenient food dinner that I threw together from things I had in the freezer, the fridge, the pantry. Use what you've got. Use it up. But if you like this video, go give it a like. Share the video. Leave me a comment below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.